Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know that line, don't you? Muhammad Ali, History Unfiltered. Let's talk about it, guys. You know his name, you know his face, but do you really know the man behind the gloves? The man who wasn't just the greatest in the ring, but in courage, in defiance, and in life itself. Born Cassius Marcellus Clay, Louisville, Kentucky, 1942. Kid growing up, a black kid growing up in the South. Eyes were stacked against him. But he wasn't just fast with his fists, he was even faster with his words, very sharp with his mind, and fearless with his heart. So by 12, he was boxing. By 18, he had Olympic gold around his neck. But it wasn't the medals and the titles that made him legendary. It was how he moved, how he spoke, how he refused to be anyone but himself. He declared, I am the greatest, while most people were still doubting him. Not cocky, not arrogant, confident, grounded in knowing his worth before the world could define it. Then came Vietnam, drafted. He was ordered to fight. But Ali said no. And that no would cost him everything. Stripped of his titles, barred from boxing, branded a traitor by some, a hero to others. He fought not only in the ring, but in the courts, in the streets, and in the hearts of people who needed a voice like his. Refusing to fight in a war he didn't believe in, defending his principles as a Muslim, and deciding to live by his own principles. Then he returned, and when he did, he soared. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Every word, every punch, every movement. Art, power, poetry. He became the symbol of resistance, self-respect, and courage. Muhammad Ali wasn't just the greatest because he won fights. He was the greatest because he stood up when it was easier to stay down. He spoke when it was easier to stay silent. He lived his life as he believed, and he inspired millions to do the same. He was more than a boxer, more than a champion. He was a movement. He was a voice. He was a reminder that greatness was not just in victories, but in how you show up for yourself and or the world, even when the odds are stacked against you. Muhammad Ali, not just the greatest in the ring, but in history. Thanks for watching, guys.